Hello, Traders Point families. I decided I would send a video message today rather than an email. I'm honored to be part of the leadership at TPCS during this time. We're surrounded by challenging, sad, and changing news almost every hour. When we don't hear about it, we see the effects of it on relatively empty streets and temporarily closed businesses. In the midst of this, I'm reminded of my own and humanity's frailty and the frailty of our system. We are blessed to live in one of the greatest nations and most powerful nations on earth at this time, and yet we've been brought to our knees. In our humanity, we might want to shake our fist at God and say, why? But as a follower of Christ, I rest assured in His grace and mercy. I anchor my trust and hope and faith in Christ alone. Today, I encourage you that if you don't know or have a personal relationship with Christ, that you reach out to us or someone you know who is a follower of Christ to find out how you can secure your hope in Him. If you do have an active relationship with Christ, then lean on Him and share that hope with others around you. What an opportune time to be image bearers of Christ and shine His light in a dark world. As we move forward surrounded by uncertainty, I want to keep you up to date on information and events as we know them. We plan to have Grandparents' Day on April 20th, but now that has to be canceled. And as a grandparent, I understand that disappointment. For mental health purposes, I want to add a day off to our calendar so that we will not be in school on April 24th. We will be taking this as one of our 20 days granted by the state, so we will not have to make it up at a later time. As we return from spring break, we will learn more about what the rest of the school year looks like. We will keep you posted on our plans and how those will change. Again, at this time, we plan to return to school on May 4th, and man, we miss you guys and hope to get back together. And then we conclude our year on May 22nd. So there are many important gatherings during the month of May that I wish to have, if possible, of which the most significant is probably high school graduation. I don't know what the plan is for that yet, other than we're going to continue to have it as planned until we know otherwise. For those hoping for spring sports, the IHSAA has not yet canceled spring sports, so we'll keep you updated on the sports as we learn more. We plan to have our special spiritual emphasis week called Renewal Week for our upper school 7th through 12th grade students the week when we come back from break. We are still planning to have that Renewal Week, so I hope you'll join us with your students for a chapel time each day, April 6th through 9th. So there are lesser things that we're worried about right now. Some of you have asked about what to do about the completion of your family service hours. As we see how the conclusion of the year will play out, we will decide how to manage incomplete service hours. So don't worry about that for now. I am impressed by the way our school community of teachers, parents, and students have embraced distance learning. Man, I'm so proud of our teachers. They've done an amazing job of transitioning in a really short period of time. But I know that each family has a different story about how this is going. So I want to give you a chance to share your thoughts with us. Yesterday, on Thursday, we sent you a link to a short survey where you can provide us with feedback of how distance learning is going and what we could do to improve our delivery in April. That survey will close on Saturday night, so please take a few minutes to respond. As of early Friday morning, we already had 128 people respond, and as you can see by the chart, I'm showing you the overwhelming response is satisfaction to the delivery of our distance learning. In challenging times like this, the feeling of security is at a premium. We want security from the virus. We're concerned about the security of our employment. We want to be secure in our ability to care for our families. We recognize the frailty of our investments and want security for our future. And while we know our only true hope for security is in the Lord, I do believe He places organizations like Traders Point here at this time to offer a place of security as much as the world can afford. So we are providing meals for those in our school community who normally receive free and reduced lunches. We have taken a position with our employees that we will make it possible for all of our employees to remain secure in their employment through the duration of the closure in April. At a time when we are surrounded by the reality of the situation, along with the hyperbole and the lousy news, the sensationalism in media and social media, remember there's a lot of good news out there. I encourage you to look for the good news and for the opportunities that are afforded during this time. For some good news, you might want to check out a link we placed in our newsletter. And parents, last week I shared with you a resource, a book by Ted Tripp called Shepherding Your Child's Heart. And I hope you take opportunity that's been granted by this pandemic to talk to your kids about their faith, for you to learn how to shepherd their hearts and not just control or direct them. Man, if you're not talking to your kids about economics and government right now, you're missing a great opportunity. If you're not talking to your kids about being a contributor to society and to your culture, you're missing out. If you're not talking with your kids about how to interact in a positive way within a family setting, how to give and to share, how to be patient, man, you're missing an opportunity. So, parents, embrace the moment. The carpe diem, seize the day. And finally, from the faculty and staff at TPCS, we love our students and parents and can't wait to be reunited. Enjoy your spring break and stay safe.